Well, it's Loki Day. We got a new trailer and a poster and a big peek into the upcoming Season 2 of the Disney Plus series. Let's time slip into the trailer, talk about what we saw, and where I think this series is ultimately going. Well, earlier today, Marvel Studios finally released a new trailer and a poster for Season 2 of Loki. Now, I've edited together some of the trailer in the background, but I do encourage you guys to head over to Marvel's site and check it out before you watch this video. Probably already have, but it's definitely one of the better trailers Marvel's dropped in recent memories. Now, if you remember correctly, in the closing moments of Season 1, Loki returned to the TVA only to find himself in an alternate timeline where Kang the Conqueror appears to rule over the Time Variance Authority. Now, that left us on a huge cliffhanger, and the new trailer kind of picks us up right from there, because now Loki is time-slipping, or bouncing around in what looks like a rather painful way in and out of their timeline, suggesting that this timeline is one of many alternate timelines the God of Mischief will make his way to during the season. Now, based on the trailer, it's still unclear to me though if this version of Mobius is the one we got to know and love last year. It's likely to be tied very closely to that character, but given the nature of time travel and how that can change people's memories, we might be dealing with a whole new version of Owen Wilson's character. I also noticed in the trailer a lot of Judge Renslayer, who, at least in the trailer, appears to be on her own hunt for Kang the Conqueror, and seems to have an interesting position in the past. We also had a kaiju-sized version of Miss Minutes that appeared to be released at that fair that we initially saw Victor Timely in early on in the Ant-Man and the Wasp Quantumania post-credit scene. And Sylvie appears, at least in parts of the trailer, to have created a new life for herself, stranded somewhere in the timeline. We also got our first look at Ke-Huy Quan's character, who is indeed a TVA agent, and appears to be exactly that Q-type character, the problem-solver guy in the chair, as was reported earlier this year. Glad to see him making more headway back into the mainstream world. He's a great actor, and coming off his Oscar win, I think he's going to do great in this part. It appears, based on what we got in the trailer, the next season of Loki will definitely be devoted to saving the TVA and our own Earth, Earth 616, as the sacred timeline spins out of control. Now, we only got a couple of peeks at Kang the Conqueror in the trailer. We saw a lot of statues and paintings of the Tyrant, but the only actual glimpse of him we got was when we saw Victor Timely. So I am wondering how big Kang himself will play in the show, but I did notice in the trailer there was definitely a shot of multiple Kangs painted on the wall that seemed to be a depiction of the multiverse war. Now, I did want to say, as I watch this trailer and you watch Loki reaffirming he is the God of Mischief, well, it gave me hope for the character in the future. Don't get me wrong, I'm super excited for Loki Season 2, gonna be a ton of fun. But where does Loki go next? And honestly, seeing him pull back to his God of Mischief roots, well, honestly, it completely made me wonder if Marvel's setting him up for something else. We're clearly headed into Secret Wars, and I'm sure Loki is going to be part of that. But after Secret Wars, what happens then? And I honestly think this season of Loki could very well be setting us up for a reunion with his Asgardian brother, and maybe even a future for both characters in another film. Remember, Hemsworth said he would gladly come back for a fifth Thor movie if everything was right, and a new timeline with a refreshed Asgard and a living brother? Well, I think that could all set up quite the interesting and maybe even classic Thor story. In any case, we're going to have to wait and see what Loki Season 2 brings us. I'm super excited for the show to drop on October 6th, and I am curious on what you guys thought of this new teaser trailer. Sound off in the comments below.